If you're looking for a Lekku or the head tails for your Ahsoka Tano costume for Halloween or cosplay, there's a really nice one on Etsy. But before you go spending the money on it, I got it right here to show you everything you get for your money. So Halloween is around the corner and I'm going as the Mandalorian Din Djarin and my wife is going as Ahsoka. Now I've been going all out for my Mandalorian costume, and if you want to see everything that I've acquired for that, just wait till the end of the video. But because I'm doing that, I wanted to do the same for her costume. So I started doing my research, and initially I was just gonna make my own out of Everfoam, but my wife convinced me to save some time with all of the other stuff that I got going on right now and just pick up one from Amazon. Well, when that one came in, let me just say, it sucked. It was so bad, in fact, that I was fully motivated at that point to just go buy the Everfoam and do it myself. But a good friend of mine got involved and he put me onto this Etsy seller that was making a realistic looking Lekku. And let me say, from the pictures, it looks really damn good. So the Etsy seller is out of Florida and they go by the name Shadow Studio FX. And this is what you get right here. The Lekku is made out of a polyurethane rubber and it's filled with flex foam, so it has a little bit of flexibility to it. It's meant to fit head sizes of 21 to 23 inches wide, and it comes with this headband right here to hide the seams. It's adjustable at the back and it has a Velcro strap at the front that attaches to the front, and that's how it all sits. This will run you $350 plus shipping. And it's, at first glance, it's really, really nicely done. It's got a nice fleshy feel to it because of the material. It's got wrinkles in the skin to make it look a lot more realistic, you know, and it ships really quickly. I got it like within 2 weeks. So of course, when I first got it, I had to try it on. Sorry for that. My wife didn't want to be filmed wearing the Lekku just yet, at least until we have the full costume set up and she's all in paint and everything. So stay tuned for that. I'll have a short put up with me and her in our costumes, or some photos on the Instagram if you're following me there at MedinaLorian23. Now, if you're deciding to buy this, I do have a few things to tell you. The first thing is the shipping and packaging. Now, the Lekku is wrapped really nicely when you get it, but the box is very tight. And because of that, the tips rubbed against the box as it was in transit, and all of the tips have paint chipping away at it. So I'm gonna have to take and touch that up. It would have been nice if they gave it just a little bit more room, maybe an inch larger box, just to keep it from bouncing around inside of the box. The second thing is that there are some imperfections in the mold. So you can see that there's some chipping here right there, and then on the inside here of one of the Lekkus, it just this huge, let me see if I get that right, so you can see it, there it goes. So there's a huge seam right there, if you can see that, and that looks really, really bad. Now, thankfully, that one in the inside is hidden, but this one right here, I'm gonna have to touch up in some kind of way, just to clean it up a little bit, you know, later. Not really necessarily for the costume itself right now, but later I definitely want to touch that up. So the seller is definitely comfortable with a low QC level when he goes to ship it. So that's something to consider as well. Last thing is that the head tail does have a considerable amount of weight. I wouldn't say that it's so much that your neck is going to tip, but you do feel it when you put it on. When I first put it on, and I'm a pretty big guy, it did feel very weighty on the top of my head, and my wife did say that when she put it on that she could definitely feel it. So there is considerable weight to it, which would cause probably a little bit of fatigue as you're wearing it. So that's something to consider as well. Another thing is these head tails here, while they are flexible, it's very, very firm right here on this area of the Lekku, okay? Now for a guy like me, this is not made for me. This is made for somebody out cosplaying Ahsoka. So a guy like me with a big neck, you know, and some shoulders, when you put this on, I have zero movement in my neck. It's like Batman, you know, I gotta take and move my whole body to be able to turn and move my head. Now my wife is smaller than me, she's 5'3", she's very skinny, got a skinny neck, got skinny shoulders. She has a little bit more gap in there, so it gives her a little bit of head movement, a little bit of movement here side to side like that. So she did have a little bit more movement, but still I noticed that when she turns, she kind of has to turn her shoulders with her. So it's very much similar to like the '89 Batman cowl in that sense, that you have to kind of turn your whole body if you're going to be wearing something like this. But for Halloween and for cosplay at a con, I think this thing looks really, really good. I could definitely touch up some of the minor issues that I see right here. I think it's going to work out really well for my wife for her costume this Halloween. So I'm very excited to see how this all finishes up at the end. Now, if you like this kind of Halloween cosplay video, I got another one right up here for you coming up next on the Mandalorian suit that I'm putting together. So check that out if you can. And until next time, may the Force be with you.